Kara and I are currently panicking about a
Teeth tree.
picture someone posted in our Facebook group of a tree with teeth.
I don't like it.
It gave us both chills when we started talking about it again. It's really weird. It's really disturbing to look at.
Tree dentata.
I think the problem is that I really love trees. And now
you do.
And now I have a fear. I don't like trees with teeth.
No, it had lots of them. Mouths. It had mouths, open mouths.
Up until the moment I looked at this picture, I thought I universally, unconditionally support trees.
Let's just click on that and zoom in.
Let's not.
Right there. It looks like white. Those look like eyeballs. All those orifices.
Orifices.
It's a big no for me.
I don't know where it came from, but if you're in our Facebook group, just go
find it.
Where
is that tree located?
It's terrible.
I don't like it.
Anyway, hey, this is the Witches, Magic, Murder, and Mystery podcast. I have
heartburn because of that now.
I have so much stress.
Much anxiety about this dang tree.
Side piece day?
Side piece day. Also, can I just say that I am loving all these sweet reviews that we're getting here lately.
Know. There were some really, really nice ones. For those of you who are here with us and enjoy it, we really, really, really appreciate you.
Yes.
Okay.
I've got a side piece. Oh, I'm Kara.
I'm Megan. I don't know that we said
that. Hey guys, so I am doing my side piece on Project Artichoke. It's also referred to as Operation Artichoke. It was done
Operation Artichoke?
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds amazing. It was done by the CIA and
so we got two side pieces in a row.
Spy pieces.
Spied pieces.
Spied pieces.
Yours is better.
It was a project that researched interrogation methods. So it was preceded by Project Bluebird. It became a thing on August 20th, 1951, and like I said, was operated by the CIA. Its main goal was to determine whether a person could be involuntarily made to perform an act of attempted assassination.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So it was a mind control program that gathered information together with the intelligence divisions of the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and the FBI.
This is like Jason Bourne stuff,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this stuff I find terrifying too.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the amount of things that I think our government does without us knowing is terrifying.
Yes. So there was a big long memo that I was going to print off, but it's a lot of military words and stuff. And I was just like, no. I'm not going to read any of that.
You'll get us in big trouble.
Yeah. It was outlined in a memo dated January 52 that asked, can we get control of an individual to the point where he will do our bidding against his will and even against fundamental laws of nature, such as self-preservation?
Oh my God. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is going to stress me out. I've already started with the tree.
Yes.
Now you should have warned me about this.
Yes. So Megan's sweating, guys. So it was the CIA's secret code name for carrying out in-house and overseas experiments using LSD, hypnosis, total isolation as forms of psychological harassment for special interrogations on human subjects. It said first they used cocaine, marijuana, heroin, peyote, and then saw that LSD was the most promising drug. The subjects who left this project were fogged with amnesia. They had faulty and vague memories of the experiences they were having. In 52, LSD was given to unknowing CIA agents to determine the drug's effect on unsuspecting people.
Can you imagine just like suddenly you're high on LSD and you didn't know?
Yeah, like the world is different colors and you see Muppets in the corner and...
Jeez.
I've never done LSD, so I don't know that that's what happens. But
no, I've never have.
I feel like it's that movie Fear and Loathing.
The idea interests me just because I want to know what it's like, but also I'm afraid of it.
I don't want to do it. Yeah, I don't want to open my mind up to any of that.
I don't know what we're going to find in there.
No.
I don't think it would go well.
Let's keep that to where we're at.
I know, way too many awful things.
So it says one record states that an agent was kept on LSD for 77 days.
Whoa.
That's a lot of days.
Feels like that shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah. And it just started to cause amnesia in a lot of the subjects.
Wow.
Yes. It also researched potential, like, just diseases, like all sorts of diseases. And another memo read, not all viruses have to be lethal. The objective includes those that act as short-term and long-term incapacitating agents. God, I can't talk. Incapacitating. Like I said, it was kind of like a mind control program, and it was used to gather information together with these agencies, Navy, Air Force, FBI, Army. It was decided that an agent from the CIA research staff, former U.S. Army, Paul F. Gaynor, would oversee it. The CIA thought that it was going to establish control over the weaker and less intelligent people.
Well, that's great.
Yeah. Or potential agents. They would use prisoners of war, refugees. Just
to test this on?
Yeah.
Okay.
One CIA report states that if hypnosis succeeded, assassins could be created to assassinate, and this is in quotations, a prominent politician or, if necessary, American official. The overseas operations took place in locations throughout Europe, Japan, Southeast Asia, Philippines, and teams were assembled to manage these operations, and they were told to conduct at the overseas bases operational experiments as utilizing aliens as subjects.
So, are they testing this in order to protect
No,
their politicians and officials? Because this is like, why is the CIA? Why is our CIA?
Hey, remember Kennedy?
No.
So there's some theories that I'm going to get to here in just a second.
Well, I knew that was one of the things that the guy that shot Kennedy
Robert Kennedy
said. Okay.
Yeah. One of the possible effects of this project, not the death of Frank Olson. He was a biological scientist who worked for the CIA in the early 50s. He fell from a window of a New York City hotel in 1953, but they said it's a mystery. His death is a mystery. Said he worked on an above top secret project for the CIA, Project Artichoke. His job was to refine the methods of using the drugs. In quotations, there was one school of thought when he was in Germany that he had seen things that disturbed him. One of the experts says, adding that he found the experiments to be unethical. When the hotel room from which he fell is visited, the question arises, how could he have fallen from the window? It says what's more curious about this project and all other projects that went before and came after this project associated with it is that it was official and confidential to the point that even presidents talked about it and officially asked for forgiveness for this project.
Oh.
But the average Joe had no idea that this existed.
Well, I talked about that before. There's a reason we don't know everything that our government does. I'm sure we'd be terrified if we did.
Yeah.
God, just knowing what they're capable of. Can y'all
throw us a bone every now and then?
Well, it's just like you don't want to think
that this exists in your backyard. Yeah. So you all know the Manchurian Candidate
That's
thing?
what I keep thinking, that movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So this article says one experiment attempted to see whether it was possible to create a Manchurian Candidate. It's a 1959 political thriller novel written by Richard Condon, which tells about a soldier who has been placed into hypnotic state by the communist forces and returns home as their unwitting assassin. It was made a film in 1962.
They remade it too. And it's like this guy I think he's running for president or at least some high up position in the U.S. government. But he's really under control of these other people. And that's the deal. It's like he's supposed to get in there and then assassinate people.
Yeah.
It's stressful.
Yeah.
It seems just real enough,
Yes. It says 5 years prior to that, the CIA seriously thought about the possibility. In January 22 of 1954, a report asked the question, can we get control of an individual to the point where he will do our bidding? Like I said, the document stipulated that this assassination attempt would be against, like I said, a prominent official. The CIA operatives would put this theory into a test on a foreign national, his country of origin was redacted, who was once an agency asset but had stopped cooperating since.
Oh.
This leads me to Sirhan.
The guy who assassinated Robert Kennedy.
Yes. This article says he was led away from the Ambassador Hotel in Los Angeles moments after the shooting in June 5th of 1968. Some believe he was hypnotized to be present as a distraction from a second gunman.
Oh. In our opinion?
Allegedly. This article's opinion as well. So it says, even as he was being captured seconds after the shooting of Robert Kennedy, he was acting really weird. So a group of men tackled him, held him down, tried to get the gun out of his hands. But it says, in the middle of a hurricane of sound and feeling, it seemed peaceful.
He seemed peaceful?
Yes.
So he didn't care that all this was going on?
Yes. It said one of the officers was struck by Sirhan's dark, peaceful eyes. He had rushed in. He said he started to like recall the situation. He had a blank, glassed over look on his face. Like he wasn't even in complete control of his mind.
Yeah, I mean, you'd think if he had just shot Robert
Yes.
Kennedy, there'd be some adrenaline going on.
Yes. It said he was a very slim guy. He was 5 feet, 5 inches, about 120 pounds. And also, he just, wasn't he released? He's like 77 years old and he just like,
I don't know.
something's going on with that. It said that he exerted superhuman strength as one man held his wrist to a steam table in the Ambassador Hotel pantry, firing off 5 or 6 more shots as he was held around the neck, body, and legs by other men. So it's like these drugs
Nothing
made
was
him
gonna stop him.
superhuman. Yeah. It said it took half a dozen of men to get the pistol out of his grip. At the police station, he was calm. One of the officers said, I was impressed by his composure and relaxation. He said he appeared less upset to me than individuals arrested for a traffic violation.
Wow.
Yeah. So it says his behavior, combined with his consistent claim that he remembers everything about June 5th except the moment of the shooting, led some people to think that he was under hypnosis when he fired at Kennedy. His defense team explored the angle before his trial, finding that he was easily hypnotized and could be induced to do things without knowing, such as climb the bars of his cell. The lawyers chose to use diminished mental capacity defense instead.
Well, yeah, because you're trying to accuse the government of hypnotizing.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it's going to go well.
Doesn't seem like you want to do that. But it says the hypnosis angle just, it wasn't what they wanted to do, but it started to get momentum years after he was examined for more than 60 hours by a Harvard Medical School professor with vast expertise in forensic psychiatry and hypnosis. In a lengthy affidavit, Sirhan's last appeal in 2011, a Daniel Paul P. Brown concluded that Mr. Sirhan did not act under his own volition and knowledge at the time of the assassination and is not responsible for actions coerced and or carried out by others. He said, I've written 4 textbooks on hypnosis and have hypnotized over 6,000 individuals over a 40-year professional career. Mr. Sirhan is one of the most hypnotizable individuals I have ever met, and the magnitude of his amnesia for actions under hypnosis is extreme. Brown said he has spent another 60 hours with Sirhan in the years since 2011, further confirming his conclusions. So it says he was a true Manchurian candidate. He was in this hypno program. He was convinced into carrying out a violent political act without knowing it. So then it says, who killed Bobby Kennedy? His son, RFK Jr., doesn't believe it was Sirhan. So could they have been gearing him up for
like he who they were talking about in the earlier redacted stuff?
Yeah. Is he who they were gearing to do all of this? Like these Kennedys.
This whole thing, I feel like with that assassination, JFK's assassination, the murder of Marilyn Monroe, anything that I suspect allegedly that the government could be involved in.
Yes.
It's like I immediately just don't read about it. Well, because I'm like, we're never going to know.
Right.
Like, we'll never know the answer to that. And it makes me crazy.
Yeah.
So I think it's the same reason that I've mentioned, serial killers don't generally interest me. And I think it's because I'm never going to understand how that happens or what's going on, So without being able to truly understand it, I'm just like, I can't waste my brain on this. I have to go look at other things that I can figure out.
But Reddit has wasted their brain space on it.
God, I love Reddit.
Like there are so many, I could have gone on for an hour on this. Like there are so many articles that are like, oh, we think that Manson was a Manchurian candidate. We think that so-and-so. We think that like this murder was this.
And the stuff they have to back it up.
Yeah.
I'd believe it too. Yeah. Like you can convince me of anything when I start reading Reddit I'm like, of course, who knows if what they're saying is true at all?
Exactly, but still, there is. I think it's Uncovered, Undisclosed. I can't remember which podcast does one on. It's called Lake City Quiet Pills. Go listen to that one. That one's intense.
City Quiet Pills.
Yes, it's about like a supposed like old military person who's after his death, people try to carry out like all these assassinations and stuff. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up. I am fascinated by the question of what our government may do.
Oh, yeah.
And why. And also I probably don't really want to know.
Yeah, no, don't come at us. If I go missing, it's the government.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
All right. Thanks for listening, you guys.
Yeah, thanks so much.
We love you.
We do.
If you have any ideas for stories, you can send them to us at witchesmagicmurdermystery@gmail.com.
Yep. Or hop over to our Instagram, click on the link in our bio, or DM us. It'll, that link in our bio will tell you everywhere you can go.
Yeah. And you can also look in our show notes on these episodes, and they have links to everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, guys.
All right. Goodbye.